Another week down, and once again, I wish I had better news. And it feels like I'm going to start disappointing you guys, honestly. So for those of you who did not watch the last episode, not of this, but on the channel, I got officially clinically diagnosed as being depressed and having anxiety, and it wasn't a good week. It still isn't a good week right now, honestly. You might even be able to hear it in my voice a little bit. My anxiety is basically through the roof right now. I think the meds that I got on, like the anxiety is being increased because of it. I'm not sure, but I think it is. It's not fun. The depression levels are down. They're basically completely under control at this point, but the anxiety is just, wow. Holy shit. That's basically what comes to mind. So, I'm going to have to, I think I have like another doctor's appointment either this week or it's the end of January. I can't remember. I got to call him in the morning tomorrow and figure out what the hell's going on. That was something that I wasn't really expecting to have happen, but I reached a point basically, and basically we got things dealt with. So that's basically what happened this week. Here's the good news that I can do towards the theme of this, which is weight loss and stuff like that, is I officially have a number. I got a number when I was at the doctor's office, and that number is about where I expected it to be. So we're probably, if I can get things back under control and I can start feeling more like myself, I would say maybe about a month away from seeing numbers on this scale. So that's a good news. I could try and say I think that I've lost about this much so far, but I'm not going to take that route because those are just unofficial numbers. So I'd rather go with official than assumption numbers. So here's the really good news though. When I went to the doctor, they had to do like a bunch of different tests and whatnot. I ended up having 5 vials of blood taken out of my arm, and there's still a little bit of marking left from them. Apparently I'm labeled as a hard prick, so that's fun. Damn near passed out when they were trying to take that blood and stuff like that. Needles in my arm, not a fan. But when they were doing the beginner stuff, like getting my weight and height and stuff like that, they did a blood pressure. One of the things that I've been like most terrified of is doing blood pressure, because both my parents have high blood pressure, and I'm just like, I'm bound to have it too, aren't I? And surprisingly, I'm fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong there. Heart seemed good. Everything seemed pretty healthy. So as far as I know, I pretty much have a clean bill of health, except for 2 things. Apparently my testosterone is low, so we're going to see about getting that fixed up, which I think is the test that I have this week or something like that. It's going to be like, I'm going to have more blood drawn or something here soon. And the number 2 was vitamin D is low, which for somebody who doesn't get out very much into the sun, big shocker there. So I think it's vitamin D 2000 is what I'm going to be getting on. So we'll see how that works. And then we're going to be having whatever comes of those next results. So that's the good news with that. When I had my talk with my doctor about the depression and stuff like that, he asked me if there's anything else. I went ahead and brought up if there's anything that he could suggest for weight loss. And yes, he actually did have some suggestions. He gave me the name of 2 meds. Can't remember them off the top of my head. But apparently the next appointment that's at the end of January is when me and him are going to talk about trying to get me on one of those. So he said he's had really good results with one of them, so I'm kind of excited for that. Of course, I don't really want to be on more meds, but you want to know something, if it helps, then it helps. Also, my antidepressant med, I was reading online, a lot of people were saying that there's actually weight gain with this one. Some other people were saying weight loss, but mostly gain. So hopefully that doesn't disrupt things for us, but we'll just have to see how that goes. All in all though, this time next week is Christmas, and it's gonna be a little rough trying to watch what I'm eating. So I'm pretty much gonna say the same thing about this week. I'm gonna probably just take it easy, but I'm not gonna try and throw away everything that I work towards at all. I'm still keeping on my weight loss shakes, stuff like that, but when Christmas comes around, I'm not gonna really, I'm gonna enjoy the meal. I'm not gonna basically be like, I'm not eating, I'm going to have this Slim Fast Shake instead. No, I'm going to enjoy the meal. I think that we're going to be doing like a breakfast type thing. I think that's what we usually do. It's like a brunch. So I'm just going to enjoy that, and then we'll just pace ourselves is going to be what we're going to do. That, and I think that we're going to do something on Christmas Eve or something like that, me and the folks. So we'll just kind of see what happens with that night as well. But like I said, I'm not going to try and ruin everything that we work towards, because right now, after the visit to the doctor, we came home, and on the way home I was grabbing some supper, and I had fast food for the first time in a long time. My stomach was a mess. So I kind of, as stupid as it sounds, I was kind of happy about that, because that means that my stomach has been kind of going towards more healthy stuff. So as soon as bad stuff enters the body, it's just like, well, what the hell is this? So that made me kind of feel good. But still, it was kind of hell getting through that. Sorry if I'm speaking a little too fast in this episode. Like I said, the anxiety is really, really high right now, and it's really, really unbearable. But people look for these videos every single week, and I'm not gonna let the anxiety stop me from doing this. I just want to end it with saying, Edward, I did read the post that you sent me. You seriously probably say things a lot better than anyone else I know, honestly. I'd love to post your stuff, and I'd love to use that stuff for when I do 2 cents videos on depression and stuff like that, because the way that you worded things is just, I don't know, it's like you're reaching into my head and just pulling out how I feel and everything like that. I couldn't agree more with pretty much everything that you say. It's weird, but thank you. But that's going to do it for this episode, though. The only other thing that I can say is I was working on doing some more weight exercises again. Treadmill still isn't set up, but I mean that was just kind of to be expected. Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna do it for this week. Be back next time, or will I? Will I be back next week, or will it be? It might be delayed a day next week. It might be on Thursday. We'll have to see. Just depends on how Christmas goes. So, anyways, see you next time.